Hello everyone, and welcome back to our channel. Today, we have some truly unbelievable and exciting news for all our Australian seniors. You've worked hard all your life, paid your taxes, built this country with your dedication, and now, it's finally time for you to receive the reward and support you truly deserve. Yes, you heard that right. From October 2025, Australian pensioners are set to receive one of the biggest pension boosts in recent years. This increase is not just a small adjustment, it's a real game changer that will make a difference in your day-to-day life. Whether you're already receiving the age pension or planning to apply soon, what's coming in October could bring you hundreds of extra dollars in your pocket every month. So please make sure you stay with me until the very end of this video because I'm going to break down everything you need to know, step by step. We'll talk about how much the increase really is, who qualifies, when you'll get paid, and what it means for your future financial stability. By the end of this video, you'll have a full understanding of what's changing and how to make sure you receive every dollar you're entitled to. Now, before we move deeper into the details, I want to say something from the heart. Many of you watching have spent decades contributing to this beautiful country. You worked through tough times, raised families, supported communities, and built Australia into what it is today. And even though you've done so much, I know that many of you have been feeling forgotten, especially with the rising costs of everything from groceries to rent. That's why this pension increase is such a powerful reminder that your hard work and sacrifices have not gone unnoticed. This change is about restoring balance and fairness. It's about giving back to the generation that gave so much. Let's dive deeper into the numbers because that's what everyone wants to understand clearly. The age pension is made up of two main parts, the base rate and the pension supplement. These two combine to form your total payment amount every fortnight. After the October 2025 rise, single pensioners will see their total fortnightly payment go up to around $1,080, while couples combined will receive approximately $1,630 per fortnight. That's a significant jump from the previous rates, which were around $990 for singles and $1,495 for couples. The difference may look modest on paper, but over time, it adds up to thousands of dollars a year. And for someone living on a fixed income, that can mean all the difference in the world. To give you a clearer picture, let's imagine this scenario. Suppose you're a single pensioner living independently. You currently receive around $990 every fortnight, which covers your rent, food, utilities, and transportation. But as prices rise, that same $990 doesn't stretch as far as it used to. You might find yourself cutting back on small things, turning off the heater early to save power, or choosing cheaper groceries that don't last as long. But with this new boost, you'll have about $90 more per fortnight to work with. That's an extra $180 per month, or roughly $2,340 over a year. That money could help you breathe a little easier, maybe even take a short trip to see family or pay off a bill you've been worried about. For couples, the increase is even more impactful. With a rise of $135 per fortnight, that's over $3,500 more a year in combined income. It might not sound life-changing to everyone, but to pensioners living carefully, it's huge. It means being able to buy a bit more fresh produce, cover those unexpected medical costs, or simply enjoy life with a bit less stress. Let's talk about what's driving this increase. The Australian government reviews pensions regularly based on inflation, the Consumer Price Index (CPI), and male total average weekly earnings (MTOR). These three key indicators are used to make sure pensions keep up with the real cost of living. When inflation rises, as it has sharply over the past couple of years, the pension is increased to ensure your purchasing power doesn't shrink. The government's latest review found that inflation and living costs for retirees have outpaced previous projections. So this October 2025 rise is not just routine, it's a necessary correction. But this increase isn't only about keeping up with inflation. It's part of a bigger plan to make retirement in Australia more sustainable and fair. Many seniors have been caught between a rock and a hard place, too much income or assets to qualify for extra supplements, but not enough to live comfortably. The government is addressing this gap by raising both the pension payment rates and the income and asset limits. That means more people will qualify for the full or part pension starting this October. Let's unpack that a little further. Currently, if you're a single homeowner, you can have up to about $301,750 in assets before your pension starts to reduce. For non-homeowners, that limit is around $543,750. From October, these thresholds will be lifted, allowing you to have slightly more savings or investments without losing pension eligibility. This change encourages financial independence and rewards those who've saved for their future. Similarly, the income test thresholds are being increased, meaning you can earn more from part-time work, investments, or super without losing your pension benefits as quickly as before. Another key area to understand is how this increase connects to the cost of living adjustment, COLA, and supplementary benefits. The government has confirmed that the pension supplement, the energy supplement, and the rent assistance payments will also rise slightly alongside the base pension. That means if you receive rent assistance, you'll get a few extra dollars per fortnight on top of your pension increase. It might seem like small amounts, but every bit helps when bills are rising. Now, let's talk about how these payments will roll out. If you receive your pension via direct deposit, the new rates will automatically reflect in your payment from the first fortnight after the October adjustment date. Centrelink will also update your MyGov account with a detailed breakdown showing exactly how your payment has changed. You'll be able to log in and see your new pension amount clearly listed. There's no need to apply or resubmit any paperwork. However, as always, it's wise to double-check your information, make sure your bank account details, income declarations, and residency information are all up to date to avoid delays. For new applicants, it's especially important to get your applications in early. If you're turning 67 soon, you can submit your age pension application up to 13 weeks before your eligible birthday. That way, your payments will start on time and you'll receive the higher rate as soon as it takes effect in October. Don't wait until the last minute. These processes can take a few weeks to finalize, especially if additional documents are needed. Now, let's take a moment to talk about how this pension rise will help improve quality of life. We all know that the cost of essentials has been climbing steadily: electricity, rent, food, fuel, medical visits, and insurance premiums are all higher than they were a year ago. This increase is meant to give seniors a chance to live more comfortably, not just survive. It's about easing financial stress so you can focus on what truly matters: your health, your happiness, and your loved ones. Imagine being able to go to the grocery store and buy what you need without worrying about whether you can afford it. Imagine turning on your air conditioner during a heat wave without feeling guilty about the electricity bill. Imagine visiting your grandchildren and not having to stress about travel costs. That's the kind of difference this pension rise can make when combined with careful budgeting and government support. Another aspect to highlight is that the pension rise will also strengthen local communities. When pensioners have more to spend, they put that money back into the local economy. Small shops, markets, cafes, and service providers all benefit. That's why economists often describe pension increases as a win-win situation. It helps both individuals and the broader economy at the same time. Some of you may be wondering, will this increase affect my other government payments? The answer depends on your circumstances. For those receiving multiple benefits like the carer payment, disability support pension, or veterans pension, adjustments will generally flow through automatically. The government coordinates these changes to ensure fairness across all payment types. So, even if you're receiving a different form of pension, chances are you'll see a similar increase this October. Now, I also want to address an important issue: financial planning and advice. When there's an increase in payments, it's a good opportunity to reassess your budget and plan for the future. Some seniors choose to use the extra funds to pay down small debts or build up an emergency savings buffer. Others might invest in health or home improvements. Whatever you decide, the key is to make sure your money works for you. If you're unsure, there are free financial counseling services available through Centrelink and community organizations that can guide you without any pressure or hidden fees. It's also worth mentioning that this pension rise comes at a time when the government is expanding other senior benefits too. For instance, the Commonwealth Seniors Health Card income thresholds were increased last year, allowing more self-funded retirees to access cheaper prescriptions and medical services. The Energy Bill Relief Fund is continuing into 2026, which means eligible pensioners will keep receiving rebates on electricity costs. Together, these measures create a broader safety net designed to protect older Australians from the current economic challenges. Now, as we come to the final part of this long and important discussion, I want to take a moment to truly reflect on what this all means for you and for millions of Australians who've given their best years to this country. This isn't just a financial update. It's a message of recognition and respect. For too long, many seniors have felt like their voices weren't being heard. But this October 2025 pension increase is proof that your needs are being noticed and addressed. The government has acknowledged that the cost of living has gone beyond what regular indexation could handle. You needed more help, and now it's finally arriving. With this boost, we are seeing a renewed sense of fairness in how Australia treats its senior citizens. The age pension was always meant to provide a decent standard of living for those who have worked, cared, and contributed for decades. Over the years, as costs increased and inflation bit into savings, that promise began to slip away. But now, with this adjustment, the balance is being restored. Let's take a closer look at what this could mean in practical terms. Think about your fortnightly budget, your bills, your groceries, your medical expenses, and maybe the small treats you allow yourself, like a coffee at your local cafe or a visit to a friend. With this increase, you'll have that little bit of extra breathing space. It could mean not having to say no to something you need. It could mean having a bit of money left over after paying all your bills, a small but powerful relief that makes daily life easier. And it's not just the money itself, it's the message behind it. The government is saying, we see you. We value what you've done for this country. And we want to make sure you can live with dignity. That's something worth celebrating. Now, some people might ask, will this really make life easier for pensioners? The answer is yes, but with awareness and planning. The truth is, every dollar counts, especially when managed wisely. This pension rise can help reduce pressure, but it's also an opportunity to reassess how you spend and save. Maybe you've been putting off going to the dentist or getting your car serviced. This could be the time to take care of those things without dipping into savings. Or perhaps you'd like to put a little aside for Christmas, a birthday, or a grandchild's gift. The key is to use this boost thoughtfully in ways that truly improve your life. For those who rent, the increase in rent assistance will come as a welcome relief. With housing costs among the highest in decades, this support can help take the edge off one of the biggest expenses for seniors. Combined with the base pension rise, it should make a noticeable difference for those who've been struggling to keep up with rent increases. For others, especially those who rely on medications or regular health appointments, this extra money can go directly toward improving well-being. You'll be able to afford essential prescriptions, healthier meals, or maybe a visit to the optometrist or physiotherapist without worrying about cutting corners. And for many, this increase means something even more emotional. It means independence. It means being able to make choices again, rather than being forced to compromise constantly. That independence is priceless, and this change gives you a chance to reclaim it. But while this is a moment to feel hopeful, It's also a reminder to stay alert and informed. As mentioned earlier, scams and misinformation always seem to rise whenever new payments are announced. Please never respond to calls, texts, or emails claiming to offer faster access or bonus pension payments. The only legitimate source for these changes is Centrelink and Services Australia. Your new rate will be updated automatically. No one needs your details or approval for that. You should also keep an eye on your MyGov account in October. Once the new rates are applied, you'll receive a notice outlining your updated payment amount. This will give you a clear picture of what your new fortnightly rate looks like, including any adjustments to rent assistance, supplements, or other entitlements. It's always worth logging in and double-checking those details to ensure everything is correct. As we approach October, you'll also start hearing more from community groups, pensioner associations, and financial advisors who can help you understand what this rise means in your particular case. If you have questions, don't hesitate to reach out to them. You've earned the right to clear, simple, and respectful information. I also want to highlight how younger generations benefit from this too. When seniors are supported, families are supported. Many grandparents help with childcare, household expenses, or emotional support for their families. So, when you receive more financial security, it relieves pressure on your children and grandchildren as well. That's how this increase strengthens families and communities across the nation. As we close this long and detailed discussion, let's look forward with optimism. The October 2025 pension boost is more than just a payment change. It's a sign that Australia is recommitting itself to fairness, compassion, and respect for those who came before us. You deserve to live comfortably, and this change helps make that possible. It's a small step in restoring trust and dignity to the pension system. Before we end, I want to remind you again to subscribe to this channel if you haven't already. By subscribing, you're not just staying informed, you're joining a community that cares deeply about seniors' rights, benefits, and well-being. We'll continue to keep you updated with every new change that affects your pension, your healthcare, and your cost of living. So please, click that red subscribe button and turn on the notification bell so you never miss an update. If this video has helped you understand what's coming in October, please also give it a thumbs up and share it with friends or family who might not know about the increase yet. You never know, your share could help someone get the right information in time. And finally, I want to say thank you. Thank you for your years of hard work, your patience, and your resilience. Australia wouldn't be the country it is today without your generation's contribution. You've done your part, and now it's time for the nation to do its part for you. So, let's look ahead to October with hope and gratitude. The future is brighter than it's been in a long time for Australian pensioners. You've earned this increase, and it's time to enjoy the peace and comfort it brings. Thank you for watching. Take care of yourselves and your loved ones, and as always, stay safe and stay proud. We'll see you in the next update with even more good news for our seniors.